I'm here.
Oh, I was muted. Now I'm muted. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yay. So many people. It's excellent. Thanks for spreading the word. It's really great. We appreciate it. Getting the word out. Hope everybody's dodging viruses successfully. So obviously we're both working on Anya's Day tonight. That was not planned. It just happened. So Sassy Jacks is our sponsor tonight, as you can see. And you can start sending those emails anytime to get in on the drawings. We're going to do another night where we give away 8 of the Erica Michaels designs. So there'll be 8 winners tonight. So get your emails in, the usual deal, Vonna@WeTalkFiber.com. Quarantine is the subject line, and your name goes in the body of the email. And got to do it before the end of the show, and you'll be in the drawing. So there'll be 8 of them tonight. And here I can actually show you what they'll be, because I'm all organized, and if technology cooperates, it's going to be very cool. So here's what we have. We have Hannah's Garden from Erica Michaels. And if you won last Wednesday, Linda Stoltz has your names, and she said she would have those all out by the end of the week. So that's fantastic. So here's Hannah's Garden, and this is a Barkberry, and this is Easter Baby's Berry, and you get both of those. You get both in the chart. And then Charlotte Mullinger sampler. That's a beautiful sampler. I really like that one. And then Wonderfully Made. That's a very small one on silk gauze. Vonna and I will be doing that as soon as we get a spare minute. And then purberry goes with barkberry, so if you have one of each animal, then they can have each. And then a crooked crown and silk gauze primer. So those are the 8 that that are up tonight. So get your emails in, Vonna at WeTalkFiber.com, quarantine in the subject line, and your name in the body of the email, and you'll have a shot at one of the 8 of these. And Linda Stoltz or Erica Michaels is sending these out for you. So she'll actually sign them and send them out for us. So we appreciate that kind of support. That's fantastic. Sassy Jack's Stitchery. Let's see. We have so many things going on. The Hannah Longstreth 15% off kit is available now and we start that on May 1. Royal Garden 15% off. We start that on July 5, and that's free shipping now. Free shipping in the U.S. for from Sassy Jackson. I think somebody said, don't quote me on this, but somebody said it was a flat rate international for $12. Is that right, Vonna?
I think that's correct, but
yeah, something like that. I know it's a flat rate, yeah, so something like that. And then remember the free download that Kim put together, Elizabeth Cooper, Jesus Wept, that beautiful little sampler, free download, and she has kits for that too. So you can get that. And then September 28 to 30, the September Soiree number 2, that's the one Vonna and I will be at. So September 28 and 30, that's one that Kim is adding to the September Soiree effort. So that'll be a second weekend, and Vonna and I will be at that one. So all of that going on at Sassy Jack's in addition to the usual vast collection of things you can buy. And that's, remember, 2 points for doing these quarantine things. One is to get us all together so we can have some fun for an hour. But then the other is also to remind you to support our stores with online bot purchases. Yes, so thanks, boy, there's a lot of people. Thanks so much for everybody showing up. It's fantastic. Been seeing the word get spread around. Really appreciate that about this and about our Easter Stitchathon. Really appreciate people spreading the word. It really does help an awful lot. And now that Easter Stitchathon, just to remind you on that, that's noon to 6 Eastern on Easter, April 12, noon to 6. And our sponsors right now are Sassy Jack's, Shepherd's Needle, Acorns and Threads, Fire Poppies, and then Teal Elder is sponsoring too. And that's fantastic. And if you're a listener and you want to sponsor a half hour or whatever, let me know. And there is interest in Stitchers sharing the cost of sponsoring a half hour. If you'd like to do that, that could be fun. Then we get you all on as guests. That'd be fun. So if you're interested in that, contact me. Vonna's email is at the top there. You just put Gary in place of Vonna and you have my email. So it's pretty straightforward. So get those emails in to get in on the drawing. And we'll have that. Now, let's see here. Let me get back to the deal here. Also, let's see. We had winners from Monday, right, Vonna?
yes, we did. So we had 167 entries on Monday. Thanks to everybody that entered. We have the first 2 winners are for the Luminous Fiber Arts. I don't know, remember which ones they were, but they were Luminous Fiber Arts charts. The first winner was number 30.
One was Farm Fresh Eggs, and the other was Stitch Along or something. I forget. They're upstairs.
Okay. All right. So the first winner was number 31 entry, and that is Betty Harrington. Betty Harrington, come on down. You're the first winner for the Luminous Fiber Arts. And the second winner for the Luminous Fiber Arts was entry number 156 out of 167, which was Kathy Zasbo. Kathy Zasbo, you are the second winner. So people can't hear me apparently.
You are a little faint, yes.
Well,
I don't know if your things are connected or what.
I can hear you through them, but I'll reconnect them.
Okay. We'll look forward to that. Yeah, she do. Yeah, she sounds muted. Yep. Something didn't work. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
It's not connected. What about now?
Still sound awful muted. It's like they aren't connected or something.
They are connected because I'm hearing you through them.
Oh. Here, I wonder if I can. Yeah, I don't have any control over you.
And you still can't hear me because I can
Well,
hear you loud and clear.
that's better there. Say something.
Hello.
No, I got you jacked all the way up. Yeah, you're better, I think now.
Well, there's people that says they can hear me better now.
Yeah, it is better now.
Okay, so let me do that all over again. We had 167 total numbers, total entries. The very first winner was entry number 31. That was Betty Harrington. Betty Harrington is the first winner of the Luminous Fiber Arts. Second winner is 156, Kathy Zasbo. Kathy Zasbo for the Luminous Fiber Arts drawing. That was entry number 156, Kathy Zasbo. All right, now then, the last one was for the hats sampler, Mary Lee, and that winner was Annie Griffin Smith. Mary Lee winner is Annie Griffin Smith. So there you go.
All right. Yay. So Vonna sends out emails, and then you can send your addresses, and we'll get those out to you. Please note that Mark and I are, as everybody else is, minimizing the number of times that we go outside and interact with the public. So we get them out as soon as we can, but if it's a couple, 3 days before we get them out, that's why. Don't want that virus. So here did they go? Don't know. Yeah, so the Easter thing, getting lots of giveaways. Oh boy, a whole bunch of giveaways. And if we've had some listeners who have said, "Hey, I have duplicates of things. Would you like to give them away?" And absolutely, we would. You can if you're interested in sponsoring, know someone who's interested in sponsoring, and or have something you'd like to have in the giveaway. Email me. The best thing is to email me, and it's just Gary at WeTalkFiber.com. That's the best thing to do. I think we missed somebody last week who wanted to add to the giveaway, and I just didn't catch it in the comments. So if you have something like that, the best thing is to email me, and then we can get it straightened out. Kim Young with us. Yes, international shipping is $12 from the Sassy Jacks. We guessed right. Hooray for that. So so that's and like the Hannah Longstreth, that kit is $130 on the thread and linen, either count of linen. So that's good. We appreciate that. I am not having a very good night with this thread. So Arlene and I had a good time talking today. Catch the show today if you have time. Talked about building stash and so on and so forth. That was fun. Got off into a small religious segment. So that was fun. Jews versus Christians. No, it wasn't that. But we did have, it was interesting. So, yep. Arlene quarantined in Jersey along with the rest of us. Sunday's show will be Misty Purcell of Luminous Fiber Arts. Had a really good conversation with her when I recorded that. So looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Got to get in the mind of a designer and learn what goes on in her head. So that was fun. I am going to get a thread started here soon. Is it showing up? Yeah, it's showing up. Bon, I was telling you about our church and how the technology is changing the way church services get delivered all over the country, all over the world. I'm sure, and it's interesting because I was talking to our pastor about it the other day, and now he was going to record the Easter and Palm Sunday services, but now he thinks we got it together the other day, last Sunday, so he thinks he's going to do them live, and then he was thinking he would do a sunrise service from a park live.
Oh,
So
wow.
that starts to change the thing. And then I was exchanging with Ilka Cochran in England, and she said her church is doing obviously record live over the internet services, but then afterwards they did a fellowship hour on Zoom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, coffee hour. So that was interesting.
That's nice.
Yeah, people finding ways to communicate. Yep. Hey, all right.
I wouldn't be in the in crowd for Zoom for my church.
No.
I know I wouldn't be.
And last night I finished Anasazi's song. Woohoo! That was pretty cool.
Did you do a video?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video. I hope to do it tomorrow. Everything got in the way today, but I hope to do it tomorrow. So I'm gonna do a video of that like you did. I thought that was a great idea.
Well, I'm not the first one that did it.
No, but
I do think it's a nice way to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that came out really nice. I was pleased with it when I was done. It was one of those. When I held it up, I was happy with it. What do we have here? Talked to a friend of mine today, and he has a Bible studies and the men's group. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to change churches, I think, for the long term as they learn how to do these things. Yeah, I hope to do that video tomorrow. I've got a little. I thought I had a light day today, and it blew up on me. But I think tomorrow I'll have some time. I can do a video. Looking forward to that. Yeah, there's the other thing is the funerals. Yeah, people having to sit in their cars while funerals happen. That's tough. Who's further ahead in stitching this piece? All right, Ivy, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Yeah, there was, not to dwell on the quarantine thing, but we cut off handbell rehearsal early on. I was going to keep going, but then it became clear we needed to be smart about it and cut it off. And then now I've just shut us down till fall. But I was really glad there was an article about a choir somewhere in the U.S. that kept rehearsing because they had a concert coming up and Easter, and they just kept going. And now just about most of them are sick with the virus, and a couple have died, and
Oh my.
Yeah, just a bad thing. Trying to be troopers and do their job so you could be ready, and then you end up sorry you did. So it's too bad.
Well, I canceled an appointment. I have a doctor's appointment on April 29th, and I canceled it today. And I don't know that they were happy with me, but I'm not going to put myself
Too bad.
in a doctor's Yeah.
Oh, people were asking. I put up in the video today, and on the page for today's podcast with Arlene, a picture of those eggs, those Russian eggs
Mm-hmm.
that Jessica was talking about. Those things are cool. So check those out, and they're worth checking out. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to getting out of the house once in a while, but I'm starting to put my focus on the September soiree.
Mm.
Yep,
I'm
go
just trying to
down.
put my focus on living every day because I'm having a problem living every day. It seems like here
I
lately.
see. Okay, now it's going to be fun. Go down there in the fall in the Smoky Mountains to the Sassy Jacks, and weather should be nice then.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out in Weaverville.
I want to go to the bakery again.
You think?
Yeah.
That place is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So did you settled on a ground cloth for that thing you were trying the other night?
Yeah. After 3 different starts, I finally settled on one. I'm just doing vintage country mocha. I think
I hear
it'll be nice.
a lot of people use that. That seems like one that maybe is worth buying a yard just to have around, huh?
It's nice to have it, and I like the way it stitches up, and it's a nice kind of muted model, but light model. I do like it a lot.
Yeah. What count are you using?
I think it's 28. I'm just trying to use up, my lower counts.
Oh, Mary Frensky saying you sit in your car at the doctor where she lives and they text you when it's your time. Wow.
To go in.
Yeah.
I had to go pick up Augie's Prozac, and that's what we have to do at the vet. We have to go because see, I can only buy a month of it at a time because they mix it up from adult Prozac.
Oh.
And so I have to go to the pharmacy and get a bottle of Prozac for him, and then go to the doctor. I give it to the doctor, and then they have to mix it up with tuna. Like they open up the capsules and whatever to fix it for a cat. Well, anyways, I had to go get it for Augie, and we have to go to the place. We have to set in the parking lot, call them, say who we are, and they come out in gloves and a coat, all like you know mask, all of that, and they hand it to us. And then if we haven't, they want us to pay before we get there, which I did, and so they just hand it to us and through the window of our car, off we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Kim, are you still open or did you close your doors? Oh no, that's right. I know she closed her doors. I knew that. I lose track of what everybody's doing. Man, I'll tell you, this stitching on this show with this stuff is like I don't know what I'm doing.
I could buy. Somebody said, I think it was Shelly, said that she gives her cat Prozac and she could do it in tablets. Augie won't do it, and he's already got head problems, so I just buy it and make him. They add tuna flavoring, and I just squirt it down his throat. Then he walks around crying and slobbering.
What is it for? What happens if he doesn't get it?
He pees at the front door.
Jeez. But if
He
he
does
has it,
that, and then well, if he has it, he doesn't do it. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but he does that, and then he licks himself raw on his belly. So I have to give him that, and I have to give him Atopica.
wow.
So he takes a. Oh, I'm embarrassed to even say this. He takes $75 worth of drugs a month.
Man, Vonna, that's one expensive cat.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
to mention the surgery that he went through.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Oh well, it's what you do.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, I don't know what I don't want to. He's not an outside. I don't let my cats go outside. They'd be
Yeah.
killed. And so, uh,
Well, they're part of the
I don't know.
family. I mean, you
Well, I mean,
gotta.
I love him. Yeah.
It's not like you can just chuck them out. Like you can just get rid of them. I mean, they're part of the family, so you gotta.
Yeah. No, Augie is only 4. He was 4. He's going to be 4 this month. When he had his accident, he was only 2 years old.
Yeah. Remember when that happened? Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. I have PTSD about that.
Does he settle down? I mean, he was kind of aggressive at one point.
Uh, you mean with my other cat?
Yeah.
He's still. I mean, they're 3 tomcats, so they all kind of fight like
Oh.
that. He That's really kind of just playing, really. But the oldest cat, which is Chatty, he's the gray cat. He's 14, yeah, 14 or 15, and he when Augie comes around, he goes. He doesn't even like. He hates him. No matter whatever he's doing, he just hates him.
Uh, yeah, Russian tea cake. That's a good one. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Is that the one we're doing Hannah Longstreth in?
No, ours
Oh,
is something cream.
Jersey cream. Yes.
Yeah.
That's on May Day. We're starting that, right?
Yep.
Isn't that right,
Today's
Kim?
full May Day.
Yeah, isn't that right, Kim? I think that's right. Kim, can we order a yard of Russian tea cake, 36 count? Yep, she'll fix you up. She has tons of it. All right. Sue Gooden. I think I'm the only stitcher who doesn't like cats. Yeah, I don't know about that. We used to have cats, but not having them around anymore with all the hair and everything. We haven't necessarily missed them. They both just got old and died, but we didn't replace them. I like cat.
I
I
know.
like cats. It's the hair. It's everywhere.
We don't have that problem.
No.
I mean, and we have hardwood floors, but I mean, in the spring and in the fall, it seems like I don't know. In the spring, when they lose their winter coat, that causes
Yeah.
problems sometimes. But I just Swiffer, and that seems to take care of it.
Uh huh.
I love I love my cats. If I didn't have, I don't. I had to beg and beg and beg. Finally, we got one, but it wasn't me that begged. Got it. I begged from the time when I was first married to Keith, and he's like, no. And then the kids started begging, and then he gave in for them.
Got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
We like cats. Marga's allergic to them though, so that's not.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So she put up with it for a long time because she really likes cats. But then when they died, then it was. chance to let the sinuses open up. Oh, the Be Well. Somebody help me out, please. The Be Well design that has a bird sitting on the first L and has a border around it with some bees and some daisies or something. I have seen that stitch so many times, and I cannot find the chart. Simply cannot find it. And there are people who have been asking, where's the chart? No one seems to answer it, yet people get it. So if someone knows where that chart is, Gary at WeTalkFiber.com, I would sure like to have that as an attachment to an email. Because I like that little thing. And don't forget the one Vonna designed. You get that on the Fiber Talk website. Video coming up from Vonna on that, how to make that into a fob.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets a minute. As soon as she gets a minute. Go to Instagram, Be Well and Stitch. I've looked there, Mindy. I can't find a link to actually get the chart. I've seen it.
Who's it by?
I don't know. I can't even find that. I feel like an idiot, but
I don't think.
Huh?
I don't think I've seen it.
Well, I've seen it many times, and one I saw this afternoon is beautifully done. And it's just a quick little thing. I'd like to have it, and so, but it's just I can't find it anywhere. And then I've looked, who does it, so I could look up who designed it, so I could look up their name, and I couldn't find that either. So I would appreciate some help.
It's 8:30.
Okay, so Sassy Jack's sponsoring that first half hour, free shipping in the U.S., and get in on those our upcoming stitch-alongs. Hannah Longstreth, that's on May Day, May 1. Be sure to get in on that and join us for that. That's a beautiful sampler. And we've got working it out to have Barbara Hudson on for a live show on samplers here in a couple weeks if we can get it all put together. So looking forward to that. Royal Garden, July 5. And then definitely get that free sampler Kim put together, Elizabeth Cooper, Jesus Wept. Definitely get that. Head right to the place and get that, because that's a good one to have. And then if you're going to be free in September 28 to 30, Vonna and I will be there. We will for the September soiree. So thanks to Kim, as always, for sponsoring the effort here. We appreciate it. And then the second half hour is Shepherd's Needle. It is. And so we good to have Ann supporting us. We sure appreciate that. And as soon as I find that URL in this list of things, I will put it up there. Oh, there it is. Oops. Maybe not. There it goes. Now I got it.
Oh, Melissa took care of you, Gary. She just emailed you the link for the chart. Now you email me, Gary.
Melissa, my new hero. Thank you. Yay. Whew. So if you're doing white work with a cat in the residence, you must need a clean room to work in. Yeah.
Actually, I know that I have hair in my, and I don't know about in my white work, but
most of the Be Well patterns are on the Keepsakes Facebook page. Okay. But somebody emailed it to me, so I'm good to go. So thanks, but I'll take the lazy way out.
The Keepsakes who?
That's what she said. Keepsakes
Oh, I
page.
bet it was from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but someone emailed, but it got emailed. Who emailed that? Now I forgot already.
Melissa.
Oh, and then Patricia just sent it too. I've got it to burn. All right. Now I have 2 copies, so I'll send you one.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, happy to help you out anytime. Just let me know. Let me know. So the Shepherd's Needle, now we have a new deal for April, because this is April 1st. And we did not come up with an April Fool's joke, but didn't even try. So 15% off your total purchase, but the code in April now is April 15. So it's April 15, the number 15, 15% off, and then that's through April. That's through the whole month of April. And then we have a new gift. Anne has come up with a new gift, different from the March gift, a new gift for April. So shepherdsneedle.com, and a new gift, 15% off. Got to use April 15 to get that discount from there. So that's a good thing. Let's see. Oh, we got Erica Michaels designs that we're giving away here. Let me run you through those again, just because I got it all set up and it works, so I'm going to show you. So we're giving away tonight, so get your emails in, Vonna@WeTalkFiber.com, quarantine in the subject line, and your name in the body of the email, and get that in for the end of the show. And we're giving away all 8. Linda Stoltz kind enough to give 24 charts, 3 of each of her new 8 designs. So that's fantastic. We really appreciate that. So this is Hannah's Garden, and this was her first one, right, Vonna?
Yes.
So she brought it back for a second, and you get both. You get the original design.
And then her redo, which is what's on the screen.
Yeah.
Or the stand-up is her old design.
Right.
You get both of them.
So that's a good deal on that. And then we have the bark berry collection there. So it looks like 2 pillow-like things and a strawberry. I love the dog and the dog paw on the strawberry. There's 2 dogs. Yeah. That's nice. So you get a barkberry, and if you're a cat lover, there's a purrberry coming up. Then you get the Easter babies. You get both of them. That's another chart that you can have a chance to win tonight. And then this is Charlotte Mullinger. Samplers, Charlotte Mullinger. I like that sampler. May have to get that myself. And then wonderfully made. This is a silk gauze piece, very small. Well, you can see by the scissors there how small it is. And yeah, we're going to do that, aren't we, Vonna? We're excited.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am
Stitch
excited about it.
Yeah, I want to learn. I want to learn. This may not be the best one to learn on, but
I finished a silk strawberry today. First one I've ever finished.
A silk gauze one?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I didn't stitch it. I finished it.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
and
nice.
Then
a lot of stitching, it looks like, but very nice.
Yeah. Then here's Purrberry for the cat lovers. So we have a dog lover and a cat lover. And then the silk gauze, or this is a crooked crown. Was it be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked? Well, there we go. I think that's on silk gauze too, isn't it? I think it is.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Linda, she loves her silk gauze. And then the silk gauze primer right here. So those 8 are 8 people will win one of these charts tonight, and Linda's going to send a signed copy of each of them. So you'll get a signed copy from Linda Stoltz at Erica Michaels. So put your email Vonna at WeTalkFiber.com, quarantine in the subject line, and your name in the body of the thing, and then we'll put you in the drawing. And then on Saturday, today's Wednesday, right? Yes.
Yes.
Then on Saturday, we will announce the winners. Silk gauze scares me. It's so tiny. Yeah, it is tiny. Yeah. Marilyn, I have my windows open and listening to the spring peepers. I wish we could open our windows. Jeez.
Is it cool up there?
Yeah, I just won't give it up. I want a nice breeze and I want fresh air. Tired of it.
Have you
Oh, me
been
and my
biking outside? You haven't been biking outside either.
no, no, but that's coming up here in the next couple days. That's another thing I'm tired of riding on a trainer in the family room. I want to go outside and ride on a road. Join us Friday night. Friday Night Live. We'll be here Friday night. Be sure and join us for that. Don't have a guest. Who wants to be a guest? We need a guest. Jan, you
Don't
could
we
be a
have
guest. What?
don't we have a guest, Gary?
Do we?
Yeah, remember? I sent you an email about it.
Oh, yes. Oh, I got to contact that person. I've not yet done that. That's all right. Jan, you could be the guest the next week. I'm roping Jan into it here. She just signed off. I'm out. I'm Jan and I'm gone. I'm not going to be your guest. No, so Friday night, and then there will not be a Friday Night Live a week from Friday because that's Good Friday and that's not happening. It's not happening. Let's see. What's the best way to get a rust stain out of linen? I bought an auto print chart from eBay and the needle rusted on the linen. Ooh.
I almost think that a little Dawn and some lukewarm water. Dab it on there with a Q-tip. If Dawn can get oil off of ducks, I feel like that's the first thing I always try is Dawn dish liquid. OxyClean maybe. What color is the linen? If it's white, I would say OxyClean might help too. Might do it too. But I always try Dawn first, and 9 times out of 10 it always works.
Would you say you do mix that with water, right?
Just a little bit, yeah. It also gets like if you accidentally get like if you're finishing and you get too much glue on, you accidentally get it somewhere on the linen, Dawn also will take that out too.
Oh.
Even if it's dry.
Yeah, Stitcher Mel's, it's one of the museum sampler kits, and she'd really like to use the linen. Yeah, it's
yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's a light tan. It couldn't be a rust-colored linen. Of course not. That would help. Yeah.
I would think that with it being like, is it that Pilgrim or that, what was the name of that girl? Laura Standish, like one of those smell? Is that what it is, Melissa?
Ooh, all kinds of solutions. Dawn seems to be popular, though.
Dawn is my go-to because it's chemically inert.
All right, excellent on my part. I got to quit doing this piece when I can't pay attention. Nice little extra row of X's. Quite proud of myself.
Oh, we were supposed to. I don't have it here. I don't have one here. Corner gauge.
Oh, I do.
Okay, go all Gary all the time.
Okay. First, I have to find it. I think it's just sitting right here, though. Yeah. Whoever wanted to know.
Glow did.
Is she here?
I haven't been looking.
No. Please explain sponsorship. What's it used for? Isn't YouTube, FlossTube, and other social media still free? Just trying to understand. Nooper, yeah, here we charge for sponsorship on our shows. Yeah, I mean, FlossTube is free, yes, but yeah,
All the software that we get to make this happen.
Sponsors here, yeah, they help us be able to afford to do this thing because it gets expensive to do all these shows, so that's why we do this one. Here, a little free advertising for Stitchville, USA. But here's a corner. Let's see if I can. Here, I'll pan on it. Bear with me. Adjusting wherever the camera controls went. There it is. So this is a corner piece. If I can get it under the camera, there we go. So what it does is, if you put, let me see if I can show it right. I was not prepared to do this. If you put the this corner, where'd it go? There it is. If you put this corner here at the corner of your linen, this corner right here, then if you go to this hole right here, so if you set this corner at the corner of your linen, and you gotta, if you have a 2-inch, if you have a 2-inch margin or allowance when you bought the linen, then you go to this hole right here, and that's your starting point. And that's your upper left corner or upper right corner or bottom left or bottom right. That's your starting point right there. And that'll give you a 2-inch margin. And then if you go to this next one, you'll give a 2.5-inch. And then if you have a 3-inch allowance, then you just go to the opposite corner, and which is there. And then that's your starting point where that corner is. And you'll have a 3-inch margin, top, bottom, and all sides, assuming it was cut properly. So it's a handy little thing. It eliminates an awful lot of counting and monkeying around to have this. And most shops have them. Usually they're just a few bucks there at the counter. But yeah, you just push this. I am not. Oh, here it is. The camera and what I see are opposites. If you just do right here, this corner, that goes in at the corner of your linen, say upper left corner, and then down here, that hole right there is your starting spot. That's a 2-inch margin. Then here it's a 2.5-inch, and then all the way to the opposite corner, then we'll give you a 3-inch margin. So it's a very quick way of finding the corner of your piece, and then I just tie a little thread. I choose a hole there, tie a little thread to mark it, and then you can start counting from there. So that's how those work. And most shops have them. Made out of wood. You can get it made out of acrylic, all kinds of different things. But yeah, that's how it works. And another thing, while you're there, a lot of shops will have a little 6-inch ruler. That's another good thing to pick up. I use mine a lot.
Seems
what
like
else
somebody had another hard time finding us.
Had a hard time finding us on YouTube?
It's just said I had the hardest time finding you guys.
Oh. Laura, write to me. Gary at WeTalkFiber.com. Write to me and let's see if we can sort it out for you. Figure out what's going on. Of course, now you got here, you probably don't need help, but write to me if you want help, and we'll see if we can't sort it out. She says, I don't need you now. So, well, thanks for joining us. Vonna at WeTalkFiber.com. Quarantine in the subject line, name in the body of the email gets you in the drawing for one of 8 Erica Michaels designs. These are the new designs. Hannah's Garden, Barkberry, Easter Babies, Charlotte Mullinger Sampler, Wonderfully Made on silk gauze, Purberry, Crooked Crown on silk gauze, and then the silk gauze primer. So those 8 giving away this week. Tonight. Not this week, tonight. So I'll get those emails in before the end of the show, about 12 minutes left. And our sponsor this half hour is Shepherd's Needle. So that's shepherdsneedle.com, right down there at the bottom of the screen. 15% off if you mention Fiber Talk. 15% off from Shepherd's Needle. April 5th. No, you don't mention Fiber Talk. You use the code April 15. So 15% off April 15, and that's all the way through April. So you can shop there anytime you want in April. Use April 15 for code and save 15% off. And Ann has a new gift for April. It goes with your order, so that's good.
Oh, a new gift.
Yeah. I said that before, but that's all right. A new gift. So if you had an order in March, you got a gift, and now in April you get another new gift. So that's pretty good.
I do watch My Cat from Hell. It doesn't have anything to do with his behavior. He has like a mental problem because of an accident that he had. That's what the problem is.
Who won Monday's giveaway? You have those handy?
Yeah. We had 167 entries. The first winner for the Luminous Fiber Arts was Betty Harrington. She was entry number 31. Betty Harrington. Shelly Ocker, you need to send the email to Vonna at WeTalkFiber.com with quarantine in the subject matter. Second winner, which was number 156, Kathy Zasbo. She was entry 156. She's the second winner of Luminous Fiber Arts, Kathy Zasbo. And the Hands On Across the Sea sampler winner of Mary Lee was Annie Griffin Smith. There you go.
Vonna will send you emails so you can send an address. And we're staying up with those things pretty good. Keeping up pretty good on those. So without going to the post office any more than we have to.
That's another thing that you're using the money for, is you're mailing all this.
Yep.
The sponsorship pays for like giveaways that we do that aren't given to us, postage, all kinds of things. Your website.
Yeah, it's a nice little monthly expense.
Yeah.
Yep. But glad to do it. We have fun doing it. But sure do appreciate having the sponsors support us, because it adds up. We really appreciate that help. And, we'd like to help out the sponsors too. Help them. Keep them busy. Make Ann work extra hours to send out online orders. That's the deal. Make Ann earn it.
She's a good lady. She works really hard and has a really nice shop and a very good work ethic, and she's just genuinely nice.
Someday we need to get in the car, Vonna, and do like a southern needlework shop hop road trip.
Okay.
No,
we can do it. It's just that I don't know when we're going to do it.
Oh yeah, that could be an issue. We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll have to like plan that. Plan when we're like have a couple spare 5 minutes hanging around that we can rub together and maybe make a couple a day.
We can stitch in the car. We could flip for
That's right.
driving, and we could flip for driving and then stitch in the car.
Oh shoot.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be fun. We could do the Bourbon Trail while we're doing it.
There we go. Tori says, "Come on through. I'll provide the sweet tea." All right. All right. Laura Banks, stop off in Alabama. See, there's a ton of people in the South. We could have a good time, I think.
Yep.
Just take a month. Just take a month. It would be fun, I think.
Oh, I think it absolutely would be fun.
Doing
Absolutely.
doing
Yeah,
shows on
absolutely.
the road. Shows on the road, why not?
Yep. Absolutely. That would be a fantastic time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Plan it. Let's do it.
Well, first we got to make it through this virus.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait for the virus to end. For sure. Then we'll do it. Two great shops, both in business 40 years. Laura Banks, wherever Laura lives. Do a show tour. Make a video at each shop. Oh, yeah, we'd do the whole thing. Can we all come? There we go.
Kim goes, let's rent an RV.
Oh, that'd be dangerous. Since Margaret doesn't stitch. Oh, there it is. Melissa has it. Since Margaret doesn't stitch, you can get her to drive. Yeah. I'll send you her email address. You can propose that to her, Melissa.
Oh, shoot.
Is there a needle workshop in or near Huntsville, Alabama? Got to be one.
I'm thinking that there is one, but I can't remember what the name of it is.
Now, see here. Now, if you think about it, rent the RV and then the Kim's trailer. There we go. Man, I'll tell you, yeah, videos, the whole bit. Oh, it would be a blast.
Margaret said Everett and I can trade off driving. Now, by golly, I would like to go on a trip with Kim and Everett. Wouldn't that be a hoot?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Somehow I think Everett will get really busy about that time. I'd like to go, but, I just can't. Can't work it into my schedule. Sorry, I'm out. Get those emails in. Uh-oh, I see another vacation movie. Yeah, that's what it'd be, Vicky, is a vacation movie. Yeah. Uh-huh. Kim with the Sal's. Kim is just itching to start another Sal. She's a troublemaker. Everett says he's game. Let's go. Oh, jeez. There. See, Ann says, come on down. She'll schedule some stitching events. Shepherd's Needle. Stitching events at Shepherd's Needle on the road trip. Now we just need a name.
Well, I've always wanted to go to Memphis, and Memphis is on the way to Little Rock.
Okay.
We could go stop, see Elvis, eat some barbecue, head on over to see Ann, then beeline over to Weaverville, hit some places along the way.
Okay.
Go see Susan.
I'm seeing it come together. Trick will be to find some time.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that'd be fun.
It would be fun. When you retire, then we'll go.
Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah. Well, you have so many. You can't leave a magazine. You have to
do that on the road too.
Oh, you can.
Sure.
Oh, gosh.
Sure. Yep. That's not really a barrier. Just need some hours in the day to do that. See, we talk ourselves into this stuff all the time.
I know, it's dangerous.
It sounds like fun, though. Okay,
I mean, yeah, it does sound like fun.
we have to ponder this in our hearts, as they say.
If I was just a helicopter pilot and had a helicopter, we could just zoom all over the place.
Yeah, what's your holdup? What is your deal? Let's go. That's a mental image. I'm gonna hang on to it for a while. Vonna on a
What?
southern needlework road trip, flying a helicopter. I'm liking that.
That's what. Okay, when I was speaking about helicopters, when my kids were little, um, one Christmas, when they were like, could figure out that it hadn't snowed and how does Santa Claus come to your house if there's no snow? The reindeers can't stop in the sled. Do you know what I told them?
Oh no, what?
I told him he flew a helicopter.
Jeez.
Oh, shoot.
And they haven't been the same since.
Oh, that's funny. And then my boys, that's when, I don't know if your son would have been the age where he could have. Do you remember Rescue Heroes? Did he
No.
do Rescue Heroes? Okay, that must have been around my kids' age then. But anyways, that's when my kids were like my boys were all into Rescue Heroes. Like, well, they were in preschool, and at the end of the year, they had like a little graduation ceremony from preschool 1 to preschool 2. And my boys stood up and said that they were going to, when they grew up, they were going to be rescue heroes. But anyways, they had the rescue hero mountain thing, which was kind of like a dollhouse, except boys, it was a mountain with like a helicopter and all this stuff. And when I told them that, they flew their rescue hero helicopter over to Katie's Weevil dollhouse, like Little People dollhouse, and they lowered down the hook with Santa Claus. She had a Santa Claus doll, like Little People, that they stuck it on the hook and rolled him down into the dollhouse with the helicopter.
Okay.
And then they said, "Is that how he does it, Mom? Is that how he does it?" And I go, "Yeah, that's how he does it, all right."
Uh-huh. How he does it. Yep.
Yeah, that's what they had to go to speech therapy too. And then I got in trouble because they had to they were like 3 and they had twin speak, and so they had to go to speech therapy.
Oh.
And they took him back. I wasn't allowed to go back with them. And they took him one at a time. And afterwards the speech therapist came out and she goes, "Well, we need to talk." And I go, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "You really need to start using correct English with your children." And I go, What? And she goes, like I held up pictures, and she brought them to show me. And she held up a picture, and it was a picture of pajamas. And they said, she goes, "These are pajamas, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "What do you call them?" And I go, and she goes, "Nighty nights." That's what both of them called them, was nighty nights. And I go, "Oh." And she goes, and then she held up a picture of feet. And she goes, "These are feet, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, what do you call them to them?" And I go, "Tootsies." And then she goes, she had like, okay, nighty nights, Tootsies. There's all kinds of things, Sakis, all kinds of things that they had said, when she held up the picture. They said, and I kind of got in trouble by the speech therapist. I had to.
Yeah.
I know, right? Whatever.
Ouch. Ouch.
I still call them nighty nights, and they made it okay.
Yeah. Survived it. Now
Yeah,
Nanette here says she flies. She has a plane, holds 4 people. She's in Memphis, stitching at Graceland, stitching on Beale Street at BB King's, then to the Fall Music Festival.
she's she's a she's a pilot?
That's what she says.
Oh
There you
God.
go. There you go. It's getting dangerous.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's getting dangerous. All right. I think the hours passed us by so quickly here.
Really?
I actually got some stitches in. Check this out. I got some actual stitching done.
Let me see.
Check that out, huh?
That's pretty good, Gary. You're catching
Actual
up.
X's. Yeah. Bravo.
I know,
All right.
right?
Okay, we got a road trip and stitches.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
Tell you, that's a productive hour right there. Okay, folks, we're back on Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, for our Friday night live show. Back Saturday. Misty Purcell will be our Sunday guest. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Get those emails in quick, Vonna at WeTalkFiber.com. And thanks to Ann and Kim for sponsoring the show. Now, 15% off at Shepherd's Needle. Code is April 15. All the way through the month. All the way through the month of April. You can get that and a gift. And then all the things we listed for Kim. Well, that was a truckload. So check that all out. Hope to see everybody back on Friday. Spread the word about these shows and especially about our Easter Sunday Stitchathon thing that we're doing. All right. Thanks, everybody. We're out. Bye.
Bye.